Hi, this is Jim Schneider. I'd like to welcome you to the Big Fly. This video was filmed back in North and South Carolina and features kits by the Piedmont Flying Roller Club, the Carolina Flying Roller Club, and the meet was sanctioned by the NBRC. This was filmed in June 1989, and I think you're going to enjoy some of the footage on here.
Give you a basic intro. As you can see, it's 8:01, June 24th. Everybody's fairly excited, I would say. It's going to be one heck of a nice time here. Got a lot of fanciers of rollers and Birmingham rollers from all over the country. There's people here from New Mexico and a lot of different places.
Here's the way I do it. Anything to start like a wild. Hey, Father, guys and leaders, some big thanks, Father. We pray and look to you, Father, for all these people. Lord, we love you today. We thank you. In thy name we pray. Okay. Now, you guys, you know, we can get. I don't know where I'm going, but I know I'm driving. Okay, who is driving in the car that is locked? Y'all know where we're going. Won't y'all get in kind of a group?
Baker, Rosebud, Arkansas, originator of Blue Lace,
No idea where you're going.
spinners.
Who could not get to the next place from here? Down the street. The second next place.
There's my man right there.
What we
The guy
want
that
to
started me with rollers.
do, each person
These are all various members of the Carolina
should
Roller
lead
Club.
this group. Okay, I'm flying first.
This man is organizing everything, and from here we're going to take it to some lofts.
Scattered. Better like you got there. We're all in state. Okay, we're getting nowhere fast. Let's just get in the car.
The first kit to be flown was Don Green's kit. Everybody went over to Don's, and not too many of us got lost on the way over there. It's a nice, easy drive down the road. There's more excitement to come later in the day, though.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Don Green's house in Easley, South Carolina. This is the NBRC PFRC combined fly. As you can see, we have a wonderful crowd. We have people from as far away as Kansas, New Mexico, and Texas. Everybody's having a great time. Don will be the first one on the schedule to fly this morning. We want to welcome all of you here and hope that you enjoy this video as much as we intend to enjoy this flight. If you weren't able to come this year, we want you to know that we're going to miss you terribly and hope that you can attend one of the future events. I'm trying to give you a little bit of a pan on the crowd we have here to give you some idea as to number of people we have present. We don't have a head count yet, but as you can see, it's a pretty good little crowd of folks. And right over to my left here is a shot of Don's loft. His loft is located behind his business. I'm going to shut her down and get back and let him turn his kit loose for us, and I'll be giving you some shots of the birds as they're in the air. Thank you.
Liberates his rollers.
I'm enjoying.
He's got 8 different kit lofts right there. Got the fronts, he's got them kind of piggyback on top of each other. Very interesting setup.
Ugly one. Ugly one. That's all I read. What? We said there was no rules. Okay. I'm gonna let a few up now. A few up later.
Big crowd of people up here on the hillside behind Don Green's house. A lot of video cameras going today. And there's the first of Don's kit going up.
I'll let out that first. Nobody knows. One of them doing some crazy twisting. Hey. Up there, boy. What? You don't think it out. Seriously. Oh yeah. Now they're like, I think it's something to do with that crazy flip flop in there. I did. The walkway on the other side.
Back here with Don Green's birds in the air. All that bird down. He's got some great individual birds here. Just released them.
Black and white use a little more depth. Or you get a little more height.
We're going to take 1 or 2 birds and bring them all the way down for you.
He wakes up, you whisper altitude. Yeah.
You got some nice individuals.
Well, I'm going to see those 2 commons down there.
Good height. This is a nice height for filming. Working with Jim Snyder from the NBRC. We're going to try to edit our tapes together, I guess.
Next kid.
Good work.
Very, very nice spin out of what looks like a black badge there.
Yeah, we're ready to do it once. You bring those birds, right?
You and Bob want to go down by the house with Bob.
Oh yeah, now they're going.
Yeah, I'd like to do that if we get an opportunity.
What is it? I did. They'll break those bits once you got 3 points.
I believe that was the same little bird I got a while ago.
You talking about the building? No, the building needs a walk. Yeah. If he's in the sky, he's doing something. Look how they just keep going back. Pretty good, Don. Family I've got from. They're all top. I'm gonna go out to up
Isn't he?
come up to them.
Isn't he?
Max they call
Yeah, I want to grab my camera.
They're out in Orangeburg again.
I'm learning a lot, that's for sure. Always. Like I say, Don's had some real nice individual birds. It's just now starting to kind of get together. It's got some beautiful individual spins. Sure can't slide them over. Yeah. They're not kidding well, but they are spinning nicely. A lot of individual 20 to 30 feet spins.
Great binoculars.
And you can tell the members of the various roller clubs which are here are all excited. This is really
You gotta be careful. I got a couple of the same numbers.
a fun event.
So you don't have to move over. Can't get near enough. I knew I'd have one come out.
Is this the raffle kit, Don?
Yeah, this is a raffle kit. Wait a minute, I think they're getting ready to do something. Yeah, they did.
I've been doing real good. How about you? I feel
Don't worry, they'll quit that.
It wasn't bad luck, though. You wouldn't have any luck at all.
Those birds will quit that serious
But I
stuff, settle
guess,
down, start flying.
thank the Lord, count our blessings. It could do worse. It's all, I want bad luck. But we don't look to the good
Kit.
side. We don't look
About 15 minutes into the flying
to
here.
the good and look to the future.
Yeah, I remember. He particularly one in Blue Bar.
Yeah. Well, he took a home settle. He's one of these guys settled everything. He's careful. He's going not to or what. He will do it. Worth talking about. Going one.
With 15 hanging to the outside.
I love it. Of course, I'm there by myself. You don't realize that. About 5.
You don't want to crank right now. Stay with him for another minute. Now's a good time. Whitebird's pretty active.
But it's not something you can do regularly.
I've got the funny thing
It's got some real nice individual spinning birds here. They're all over the place. Been having kitty problems, I guess. Some beautiful individual birds.
They're crazy. They're crazy. That's why they do it.
You got yours come on pretty good.
Wild spin, I guess you call that.
French place, what works for me is what another city would work for me. I've told people whatever.
5 or 6 rollers all together.
Everything more.
Stay with that white bird. There, you caught that one.
If you had told me.
Some 88, 89 birds. They're starting to climb. He's got quite a few birds. We're going to click it off now and then resume when we get to the next loft of the Big Fly, Piedmont Roller Club, June 24th, 89. See some great individual performers from Don Green.
The next stop was at Carl Wireman's house. Carl had some nice lofts out and back and put up some nice young birds for us to watch. Looks like Carl will have some good looking birds this fall.
This is Carl here.
Yeah. I gave him 6 calls. Regretted. You see that shot kid varsity flying with
Fixing to turn the kids out.
John's got it. We were going to have some coffee. I guess it is.
I want to stay up there with the truck.
He got brothers left.
Get a little more action here in the kit.
Oh, yeah. Better say something to that one, Paul.
You can see Carl's kit flying over here up above his house. As I said, Carl's a young fellow, been with the club a couple of years, really a up-and-coming young man. Flies a nice kit of birds. I've judged up here several times, and he's put a kit up that's impressed me on a few occasions. You have to give the young fellows a little time to develop their family and their technique of training and so on and so forth. But Carl's been a youngster that's impressed several of us.
Little wiremen. People snapping pictures and running video cameras and watching the birds all at the same time. Big crowd of people all standing around here.
What I gave you, I wasn't that good. You're welcome. How much you want for
These some of Carl's lofts. There's a kit pin here on the left, I know. I believe he's using the right hand side for a kit pin also. Here's got a smaller box set up, bob traps, fold down landing board. Roof ventilation at the top, you can see a bird peeking out there. Box purchase. You got it elevated up off the ground, I'm sure with a wire floor to make it easy to clean. This building here, I believe, is his breeding pen. The next stop was at Joe and Debbie Fair's house. Now, Joe and Debbie may not know it, but everybody in the whole country pronounces their last name differently. We had furs, all kinds of things. But everybody knew who we were talking about, so it worked out pretty good.
He had gone to your place with Debbie. We thought he might be able to find the turnoff back over here. So we figured if we knew how to get to your place, we figured if we got there, we'd turn around and come back. And that's what we were fixing to do. We had been behind you for 3 or 4 minutes. Couldn't get around. One car on your left was not moved.
Of course, what the discussion here between Jim Snyder and Don Green is that we all got lost coming over to Joe and Debbie Fair's home. This is Joe and Debbie Fair's home. We're still in Easley. Joe or Debbie one has a kid up. I'm not sure if they're both going to fly today or just one of them. And I thought I'd hang back and again get a little view of their very nice home here in Easley, South Carolina. Again, a little shot of the crowd. Sneak in here and try to catch some of the spectators. Mr. Larry Pridmore of South Carolina.
Looking down to their loft.
Yeah.
We're going to see what's happening out in the back there. Got a real nice home here in the Carolinas. Real pretty little place. We're going to head back now to the lofts. Follow these people.
This is the home of Joe and Debbie Fleer. Everybody's gathering around. Got a big crowd coming in.
Well, there are some that ain't alive yet.
Breeding loft, I believe, down in the corner there. Nice old structure. They'll be liberating real soon. It has a beautiful yard, very well kept. There's Walt Harder again, my friend. From Ohio in the summer, and then he's from Florida in the wintertime. Walt moves around a lot. This is Carl Hardesty. He's got some nice looking kit boxes. Very, very well groomed. And obviously takes pride in his birds. I like to see that.
Some of the crowd gathered here at Joe and Debbie Fair's home. It's James Turner. Ellis McDonald on your right there. Some of the people I'm not familiar with. George Velisca seated. Carl to his right. Jim Snyder.
But you sure you know where you're at, JW? Kickboxers. This is Debbie's birds, her kid.
Shark corners. That's so far right here.
Now you got to cross these two.
Couple peeling back there.
Telling you to roll over and he won't
Debbie must run Joe off. She's not going to let him fly his bird.
Ain't no looking so swift right at the moment.
Kitten nice. He's got nice boxes, so that's probably why they're staying together well. I believe Debbie, these are her birds. Could be wrong, but this is the best so far right here.
Yeah.
This is pretty decent here.
Now you got to cross these two groups.
Couple peeling back there. Oh, there goes one. Shooting high speed today so we can freeze frame and back some of these up for show everyone a decent spin if we get one.
Well, everybody loves at the same time.
As with all rollers, they're right above you. Seem to love it right above you. Nice kitten ability. You got one or two off, but basically they're staying together. It's a good height. Now all we need is a little more action. We'll be all set.
Tony, how old do you think these birds are here?
What are you saying? No.
Robert?
Well, I've got to go and make 4 phone calls. I've got service calls. That's calling me. I've got 9 service. Look that way, doesn't it?
Watch this bird for a minute. Looks like a black.
The house is 2 years old. I did the job 2 years ago, but I'm responsible. Right out this minute.
Well, put the camera on him and he stops rolling. There he goes.
May not actually be a problem. Before we leave here, I won't leave. Let everybody get you on the driveway. And I'm going to make one more plea to you to listen to me about our travel and organizing. We don't have a rhyme or reason to what we're doing when we're going from one place to the other. We're fixing to get lost big time because we've been going to the easy places. Bob Welborn hid his house. And the bad thing is he put it in the traffic district too. So we're going to have to stagger every other car or something to somebody that knows.
Good crowd over here at Joe and Debbie.
Whoa! I don't know which one's the
That's right.
That's from that green, black cock and yellow hen. Oh, okay. Your yellow hen and my black cock.
There's Joe right there.
That's where it came from, man.
I've got Bob Welborn ever give you that whole thing? I think I've got like
Joan Valiska,
I think I got two from him that are
Tony
going to
Good.
be flying.
Out of that pair. So yellow can do that. Oh, it's that back. That's that bronze. I see. That yellow hand's just a...
Like that, yeah.
Birds flying.
Hey, touch it.
Birds are watching today.
I said that at
His name is Fur. Bob Fur. Alice McDonald pointing out a fish there.
Joe Quinn's name and address.
My builder said if I didn't get out there, he'd get somebody else.
Finally got it.
There's a couple breaking up on us. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I finally got it. Young fella in Florida.
Nice kitten there. He's got about 30, 35, something like that. About 30. Probably 30, 28 birds. It is one nice spin.
Okay.
Activity. My friend Gene and Walt. Florida Suncoast Roller Club. 5 of the best guys in the world. Including myself, that would be 6. And our lovely and talented wives. Oh.
Lofts. I've got a kit pin back here also. We'll show you in a minute. Got some nice walk-in fly areas here. Off their breeding pen and all.
Yeah. You got an almond in there. 2 of them are out. 3 of them back.
Using open boxes there.
Yeah. These ones been hit or something?
Set up. They got the door there with the trap in it. This is all very nicely constructed.
You don't want the...
As you can see. We got the wire floors with the small boxes. They got the water on the outside there. But it's all very nicely ventilated, well made. Got a shingle roof on it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful kit boxes. Okay. Birds are landing now. They're starting to trap.
Going in. They seem kind of hungry. Got them. Each one numbered. Ventilation slot at the top. Bob traps. Got the bracket. Prop the door mounted on the bottom of the door. And the next stop was at Bob Welborn's loft. Bob put up an excellent kit of birds, and I think you'll see some of those birds showing up on this tape. They look real good.
Welborn here in Greenville, South Carolina, and as you can see, a lot of the roller men are filing in. That's Rex Haas, Simpson, and the infamous Roger Baker. He's here in Greenville today. Well, we're gonna file on in here and just kind of check everything out.
Don't get me in trouble at work.
See what we got going there. Backyard of Bob Welborn. Everybody seems to be having a nice time. Nice manicured little lot, yard, and he's got some good looking lofts back there. Fixing the head, letting his birds out now. Shoot out the kit birds.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of the way.
There we go, I love it. Bob Welborn, he's got some rollers.
Always looking like they always.
There we go.
bird.
Yeah.
That bird was tight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was too. It's the first time I came when we didn't have wind blowing.
Yeah.
Best shot of the day right there, Bob Welborn's kit, Greenville, South Carolina. We're rolling now.
Couple of birds coming down. Good birds showing up there.
That'll be good for the NBRC files, I'm sure.
There he goes again.
Yeah. Which one's that's doing the spinning?
Bob, your birds are too close together. Split them out.
Beautiful. That was beautiful, Bob.
Yeah, I got all that. 12 birds.
Welborn here. They're right above us, but that don't matter.
I'm not going to do that. Just smart out.
Okay, now we need the waterfall. Full turn, Bob. Soon enough, huh? Okay. We got a peeler. There's a couple. Almost a half turn, I'd call that. What do I know? Beautiful height, all we need is a full turn. We'll get it.
That's a fact. I'm glad you said that.
How many birds you got in the kits?
I got a telephoto, so it's not bad.
The big.
Go over there.
Nice spin.
Hey, those are nice.
Another one. 2 30-footers. Bob Welborn. We got everybody hot on Bob now. He's got some good birds, you know. Nice to see him. Kind of looks like my kit.
Is this whole kit?
Spin from Bob Welborn. And the NBRC filming me, filming him.
Keep Wolf over enjoying his video camera. Watching me enjoy mine. We're taking pictures of each other right now.
Birds are very, very active.
Looking up here at some of the crowd. Got a good crowd in the backyard here.
Great spin.
Just going to have to get everybody introduced here later on.
Of course, this doesn't surprise me about a Welborn bird or kit. I saw this many times standing in Bob's backyard.
Get some close-ups of the roller stance. Bob's here. A lot of people talking birds, watching birds.
This type of performance is almost sure. You give it good weather.
Sure is nice to visit with a crowd of people like this.
Big time in Bob Welborn's backyard. Here's a slow pan of his lofts. Nice lofts. I call this Carolina style. Backyard, very nicely done. It's his little study. He's got a little study right there. Just a real nice, comfortable little setup here. Here's all these crazy roller people. Look at them. What the hell are they looking at? Rollers. More rollers. I'd say we got between 50 and 70 men and their wives here in the backyard. A lot of pretty... Hey, Gene! My man, Gene Louder. Roger Baker. John Castro. A couple others. Carl Hardesty behind him. A couple other gentlemen from the Piedmont and the Central Roller Flying Club. That screwball Tony DeSaro in the back there, looking up. Gene Louder. Man, I got my first two pair from talking to Roger Baker, originator of the Blue Laces. We got a little bit of Bob's Doves in the back. Like they're having a good time. A good friend, Gene Louder. He's been with me since day one. Back in the backyard of our friend Bob Burn, looking over his birds, and the excitement, there he is right there, kind of died down. That initial first bust out he had was pretty impressive. Very impressive, actually. There's Walt Harder talking to Mr. Castro, Bob Green.
And then we're going to head out for...
There's Porky and his lovely wife. I forgot her name, Cindy. A couple of the other members. Here comes Roger Baker again. He's having a real nice time in the man's backyard. Okay, we're off again. We're going to head out to another location. I'm not sure where, but I'll let you know when we get there. Talking to a couple of the guys. Roger Baker. He's certainly got some inside of his kit loft. Got some really, really fine birds here.
Right in the air.
This gentleman's been in the hunting for quite a while. Beautiful, beautiful birds.
The next stop was at J.W. Mize's loft to see his kit, and J.W. had some excellent birds up there. Steve Wolf's got some great shots of the birds, and we'll even do a little bit of slow motion on them as they go through here.
We're just kind of out here, South Carolina. I believe we're near Greenville. Somewhere around anyway, we're all going to head on back and see what he's got back there. Think of J.W. Mize, home near Greenville, South Carolina. Got everything. He's got a nice sweeping big backyard there. A couple of gentlemen are headed out toward the lofts. Here's the first indication of his lofts. See, those are his kit boxes right there. And we're just about ready to liberate here.
Everyone's around the backyard. JW's got his kit in there. They've came up and dropped over behind some trees and are currently out of sight. Maybe they'll come back and align themselves for us here in just a minute. There we go. I got the zoom ran all the way out now, and we can just barely pick them up. They've kind of set off over here. They're fairly good ways away from the loft now. I have to extend the zoom all the way just to be able to pick them up for you. Some of these birds are very deep. They have a problem sticking together. They drop out of the kit so far as they roll. And by the time they work their way back up to the kit, some other ones have rolled, and it kind of keeps them busted up just a tad. But they are putting on some very good deep spins. Right, that was a nice one there.
This is his loft and birds flying. Everybody's checking his setup over.
Good, all right. Which way's Pete?
Inside JW Mize is
He didn't come out.
loft here. We're going to try to get you a shot or two of these birds. Give you some idea. Young one. Pretty black bag.
I think it's a grizzle on the cot. A lot of them have cot. This would be something you could work on.
I believe that we have about 5 people with videos here today that are filming this thing, and Jim Snyder will have about 5 tapes to go through and edit out, try to make a tape for the PFRC NBRC combined contest. Should have some great footage, and should be able to make a tape well worth everyone's money and time to purchase and buy. Yeah.
There we go.
I don't believe you left your lights on. Whose loft is this?
JW Mize.
Mine.
Who ever did anything of that blue check column?
See if they'll break here. Ah, there goes a couple. You bet.
Gonna try Mr. J.W. Mize again. See what he's got going here. Just missed a nice 25 to 30 foot roll, but it's life. Caught that one. Nice filming height. Looking for a couple of good individuals, or the whole kit. Whatever. Every time they seem to regroup, there we go. They go down for a nice dip in the sky. There we are. Nice action. Fairly decent. They're splitting up though, darn it. Every time they come back together, they spin all right. Pretty good, actually. Got an excellent day here for the Piedmont Roller Club. Big fly. This is the big. Here's the big fly. But I've met some outstanding people. Most roller people are. Whoop! Tree bird. Got us a tree bird. In Mize's backyard.
Like flash in the
Loft.
outline. You know, where you know there's
George!
George just got herself a cat. Got a nice big yard here. Maybe that's Bob Simpson.
That's good. That's what
He had some beautiful birds yesterday. Nice deep spin. Comes another. Starting to work back, which is good.
This man's just starting.
We need to get him over this way to get some of the spin here. Now is when we need a good spin. There we go. Decent. There we go. We'll take that. Problem is they're not kidding, but they are spinning, so what's he gonna do about that now?
See what happens?
When they come together, they spin, it seems like.
You won't have a kit now, or the turn.
They don't want a cat.
So you hear them birds from underneath trying to catch up.
Yeah, that's what it is. It takes a moment to get back.
Okay.
You know, it might be a good kit birds, but they
Nice kid shot there. They're spreading out.
Come down and look for himself, and he ain't even looking at the kid. And the first thing you know, he's over here like.
They just take a right and spin. Here we
He'll
go.
slow up. He'll slow up because he knows they're coming around.
Here they go. Come on, guys.
He'll pull in front of them and slow up later when we catch it.
What bet they'd hit it then. One more good spin for the folks in Florida. Bob Mize, Greenfield, South Carolina. Got that one.
You used to compete against this guy. This is a CFRC member.
Been told this is a Carolina Roller Club member here. Wrong state.
Had bad luck, didn't you? You so full of bad luck, didn't you?
Kind of a flop.
I thought he was a serious time.
Yeah, he just told you to walk.
Back him up a little. Hear Walt Harder in the background making jokes again. Another roller man.
Yeah, he got your food.
You know, Walt is always making jokes. Every time you ask Walt what it came out of, he tells you it came out of an egg. There we go.
Oh, that was a bust.
Okay, now one.
That little black that rolled out, she won't get up there with him after she done rolled out.
Well, I told Joanne.
What?
He was for a little while. She called it Thumper. I said, I met Thumper.
Back here. These birds would regroup. We'll get some good shots from them.
They go up higher. Did you get the shot of the one that did like a 100-foot spin over there?
Yeah, I think it did.
Yeah. He sit on the coop until he got some wind and went right straight back to kit. Usually they don't do that.
Any luck at all, they'll come
Look
right
at here.
to
Oh, yeah.
missed it.
Them birds are working, baby. Nice birds.
Huh?
Getting on the thing.
Your always would be an almond. Ellis McDonald's got a bird in his hand. What is that, Ellis? An almond?
No, I think it's a grizzle that's on a kite.
Okay.
A lot of the kite modifiers.
Okay, kite modifier.
Yeah, it's out of almond breeding, but it doesn't have the almond gene.
Uh-huh.
But that's a good looking bird.
Mize got some real nice birds. Kind of fixing to hunt one of those models. Had one. Slipped away on
You
me.
know, this model's like black. I give it that right. I thought it was
A little bit dark when filming. Still get some good stuff.
There it is, Tony.
Sitting out in front of J.W. Mize's loft talking about his birds. Got some good ones, that's for sure. J.W. Mize. Coming down to meet me. There we got one. Jim Schneider, analyze that one for me.
Okay, Steve, you wanted to see how this bird looked, and we'll do a little bit here in slow motion. Bird will be coming up on the upper right. It's a light-colored bird, and that helps it out on this type of sky background. Every now and then you'll see the shadows as the wings flare, but pretty much it looks real clean, even though it's flaring a little bit on the bottom side. There it goes over there. It's a bird right at the top there. This is going through slow motion. You can see the wingtips cross occasionally as the bird goes through. Pretty good looking bird, and it looks even better in normal motion. There's another scene here later on where this bird is also caught on film, and it looks good almost every time. Okay, here's a couple of still frame shots of the same bird. We'll move the bird through. There you see the wingtips just about touching. Bird's going over, coming out and flaring as he comes over. This is more evidence of the wing stroking in the rollers. Goes back up over again. In a moment here I'll show you the wingtips crossing as he comes back over. Tips are touching right there. There they're crossing. You can see the X's, the wings are actually crossing in front of each other. As I said, that's a good looking bird. And we'll return back here to the normal motion.
There we got one. Jim Schneider, analyze that one for me. Every time they seem to want to come together, that's when they crank. Let's see what we got here.
Well, you could have a hawk problem right at the tree.
Yeah, they do. A lot of them do, Gene. As you can hear, everybody's having a good time here. Greenville, South Carolina. I'm just waiting for that perfect roll. Talking to my good buddy Gene Lauder. Here we go. Nice spin.
I've been through Dallas if I did.
Looks like the birds are loosened up a little. Some of them aren't doing too bad. The problem is we're not getting much kit action. Spread out. Good idea what Mr. J.W. Mize's backyard and area looks like here. He's got a real nice garden there. loft setup. It's got a big loft with his kit boxes there.
This guy's got to be like me.
Getting kind of warm here. I'd say it's probably 90 degrees.
Sooner or later, I'm gonna find
Big deal for us Florida boys. We're used to this shit. Okay. As you can see, everybody's having a pretty nice time. Like they're coming down. Coming in, I just missed a beautiful 75-foot spin from one of his young blacks. I know what, that guy hit the tree. Tree bird, call out. I'm going to keep her on because he's got some nice individual stuff here. They don't want to kit real well. Boy, they sure spin when they get the chance. Man's got some spin. Give him credit.
I used to show big things I roll in here. Take it down once in a while. All that hair down the side, down the road. That gets to be over. Yeah,
caught him. Caught that.
This guy got some good birds.
Yeah, he does.
But everybody else.
Back here with J.W. Mize. Seems like a nice man. He's got a couple real nice birds. Seriously, spin. This particular strain likes to spin coming in. Mine will do the same thing. But he's got good quality in the spin too. That's why we're still rolling. I want to get the blackbird. He just did it. There's the blackbird again. I guess he did make it out.
About Welborn. I don't mean the lady, I mean the second week. The next one there. Well, they kid better, they have better control, they have plenty of depth, plenty of speed, and when they come down low, they quit rolling sneak, they start rolling shout. He got better hitting and better control. That's that last.
Zapped himself into a tree, I think.
Every time I come up here, I spend a lot of time in this place, wishing I had something.
He probably didn't let loose.
Probably does, but it's always at a bad time. You got this many people that don't sit down and talk like that. I want to get birds down. There's only 2 hours drive from my house.
Oh,
3.
There we go. Should be decent for the NBRC fall.
This fall when it cools off.
Trying to fill the lens with ideal spin. We're all looking for.
Here's one that come down now. It's spinning real good. White tail. Light.
I think we saw that one.
Yeah, now they're supposed to take all of them and edit them and put them all into one long film, and then he's going to make it available.
There comes the light down here. Them looks black. Sweet.
I don't know how these people fly 8 or 9 kits.
Got that one.
I got 4 kits. I keep one of them empty.
We're going to hang in there about another minute or two on Mr. J.W. Mize.
I got 3, and I fly the young birds.
We
every
do
day,
want to
but I
get
only
some
fly the
footage though.
young
He's got a
ones.
couple good little blacks up there. That's a nice spin before he hit the tree.
Well, really 3 times. I fly them Wednesday, and then I fly them Saturday and Sunday. And in the winter time, I usually fly them on Saturday and Sunday.
Caught that. No flip.
All I've got
Spin,
the young ones.
whatever.
I got 17. I just 2 bunches. Just 5 or 7.
Yeah, on about the end of November, 1st of December, I start going to work in the dark and coming home. I fly them Saturday and Sunday.
Getting pretty low now, so we're going to shut her down here. JW Mize. Seen some good individual birds.
Our next stop was the TNT lofts of Tony Roberts. Tony had some nice birds out there, and we all got to look through his lofts real good, but he'd lost most of his best kid in a flyaway about a week before the big fly came around. So we all feel sorry for you, Tony, but we were glad to see what you had out there.
Okay, we're at Tony Roberts' home, and just shortly here, Tony's going to be putting up his kid of birds, and we get to see some Tony Roberts birds spinning in the air. Again, Tony is one of the old-time flyers here in the Carolina area and has some terrific birds, so I'm positive you'll see some good spinning going on here. Hope you enjoy it.
There's some birds going out at Tony Roberts' house.
Oh, black fly. Watching. We got chicken for it. No, white busted.
They touched almost in
An absolutely beautiful area for filming. There is virtually no trees here. Man's got a nice place to fly birds. Good filming.
Especially this competition. For competition,
Alright, spin. There, a little more yellow. We all caught him right through the lens there. I like him right on top of me. He's shooting hard there. Right into the sun. Strange video. Broke out. Now they're moving to the right. A little too high, but we can still get something, I'm sure. Go get my lens here. It's Tony's wind chimes. There you go. Lower left, lower right, straight ahead. Look at him. Caught that beauty. It's backyard. Birds are kind of high right now, so it's kind of tough to shoot them. They're way up there, right in the sun.
I kept trying to get behind it.
Carolina countryside. Boy, is it beautiful, too. Young lady under the tree with, she got a new kitty. The last place we stopped at, somebody gave her a cat. She's all happy. Don Green. This big loft. Kit box is on the back there. Just a nice backyard. Talking to Ellis McDonald again. Ellis is a color genetics expert in the roller field. Hell of a nice guy too. Gentleman. Guaranteed. Good man. These are some of our flyers, looking in the kit boxes and stuff like that. Checking out the man setup. Got a nice setup. Beautiful place for filming. Oop. There's Tony DeSaro. Crazy guy. Good man, I like him. Good guy. Birds are coming down. They were way out there. Wow. Good time to get some individual stuff. You're coming in. Bam! I don't know if you hit or not. Nice kid shot. Come up a little. Full turns are tough on you. Parting shot of Tony Roberts. Everybody's getting kind of warm. I think it's about time to move on to our next destination there. Everybody's just looking around. There's Rex Haas again, coming from Texas, I believe. Okay. Having our lunch. Taking time out from the filming of all the rollers and so forth to sit down. Ladies have had a nice picnic lunch for us here. All the roller fans are taking a break. We're going to head out probably another 15-20 minutes.
The next stop was kind of unscheduled, but everybody decided they wanted to go out and take a look at Larry Pridmore's birds. Larry had some pretty nice birds, and we had a pretty good time out at his place.
Well, we're at Larry Pridmore's house, and once he's brought us out into a big, huge field.
Bright red.
Here behind his house, you can see all the cars lined up.
Good morning, everybody. It's only about 3 o'clock.
Jim clowning. You can see his loft down here in the background.
Let's go riding.
George, where you got your birds today?
He and Ellis likes the well, and this other one don't. Black thing.
You got anything? I won't ever let you in because
It's a long way to go to beat them, then.
I was just gonna say, I hope he don't have this thing on.
I was going to say, well, everybody else has been holding it.
He's gonna wait till everybody's in there and then turn it on.
I want to see my whole bloodline. Being this how we the only two got it.
I think that's what that Frank was.
This is that high tension wire. Where's loft? Looks like he's got 40 acres or something like that out here. Quite a bit of land. It's awful pretty though. Just now waiting for him to let his birds go for us. A couple of the other fanciers, Walt Harder and a couple of the guys walking in. There's Gene toward the loft to see what he's got over here. There, Pridmore's just cut him out. His loft. That's him in the front there. Nice spin. Follow that particular bird. They're just now starting to kit.
Like that blue rolling real sloppy. That blue that's rolling, sort of plate rolling real sloppy, that's probably mine.
He probably rolled down trying to keep from rolling.
You got a water hose back there.
You out in the country, Robert.
I know, I figured it might be at least a well. Is there a creek?
We gotta go down the creek get water for the birds. I towed it from the house.
I think they're doing fine. You know, this is your first year with them. So each family, whatever it's going to be a little bit. There's no apologies up there.
There's several of them that are going to be good.
That was a nice one.
Wish it was bump. They're going up, coming in.
One of the problems we had today is good spin, but not very good kitting. But like I say, there's been a lot of good individual birds. I believe he's got some young and some old here, so it could be part of it. There's a winger, I call that a winger. It looks like one wing going through the air. Wing, wing, wing.
Let's do what you think. Let's do what you think.
I think got rid of him.
You did.
Right above me. Be a good time for a little action. Got a little break up. They're looking over Pridmore's loft again. Birds are kind of up in the air. They're high. Trying to get them close, but it's about as close as I can get them.
Yeah.
They would kit and get more better filming, but just shoot it as we take it.
We thought you might see some pretty good birds.
Good loft management.
There's a nice spin.
It's just.
There's a real nice spin. There's one. Larry Pridmore is the man's name. Well, we are out in the country somewhere. South Carolina. I'm going to do a close-up of his loft. Why not? Just a minute here. Maybe we'll get one more spin coming around.
Yeah.
You can see it's 3:05 on the 24th of June. Piedmont Flying Roller Club, the Big Fly. You got people from all over the country here, possibly the world. Here we go. Shot. Guess Larry got these birds from someone a year ago, and he's just started to fly them 7-8 months ago. There's a nice kit shot right there.
Yeah, it's not.
Your house that you stored up is bigger than our house.
The house that I No.
Scott over here. Got a lot of pasture land, I guess. Pretty big place. We're about 500 feet from his house, which is right there. There's Pridmore's loft. Speaking of a fellow from Texas named Rex Haas, excuse me. There's his kit boxes right there. Got some nice kit boxes. As you can see, we got a lot of area here. Pridmore's.
Once every 4 times.
This kit work.
All the way down. I put him up. I didn't know.
We're going to James Turner's. Jim Turner. From this point, and then we'll go to our banquet.
I went out and I called down.
Well, our next stop was at James Turner's Rolling Rainbow Lofts. James had some excellent birds up, some of the best birds of the day. And when the kit came down, he got a standing ovation for the performance. His birds didn't go up quite as high as he would have liked them to, but they still did real well for what they did. I think you'll like it.
This is James and Vicki Turner's home in Greenwood, South Carolina, and will be our final stop for today. We hope you've been with us, and hope you have enjoyed the birds and everything as much as we've enjoyed seeing them. Of course, we're expecting James to put an excellent kit of birds in there. Should have the kit up and shortly, and we'll be getting those on film. And hope you enjoy those.
Wild and crazy ride in from the country. We almost got lost, but we didn't. Anyway, he lives here on a lake in a real nice part of town. Friend Gene, and we're working out to his backyard right now. Thank God we've arrived at James Turner's. Had a long ride there. Okay, now we're just conferring in front of the kit boxes here. It's none other than Wally Fort from Ohio. And we're just about ready to cut him loose.
feel more like I do now than I did a while ago. What'd you give him? Where'd you get that? From that fool. What'd you say, Team Summit?
Carl and Bob Simpson.
He just put his kid up. See how they do here in a second.
All right.
All right.
Get a close up for you. Beautiful. Nice spin in here. Last we're starting to see a decent kit, meaning a group of birds staying together for any length of time. Okay. Quit talking and start filming. Caught that one. James Turner. I'd like to see them stay together.
Good action over here at James Turner's. There we go.
Look at that. Oh, yeah.
To get him?
Yep.
Nice dive. Of course, there's a gang of them.
Which one disappointed? Oh, look at there, boys. Just don't stop looking up. Smoke.
And we got him. Right up in the sun. You hear the applause in the background. They liked it. They liked it.
Yeah. What you right on, buddy?
I got it. I got it. Right good. Here they come. Here we go. A couple nice strips. Into the trees.
Oh, go ahead, John.
They're coming around. Here they come. One more for Daddy. Yeah. We like it. Here they come. There they go. Here they come. Too far. Coming back. I'm fixing to do another one. You'll see. Oh, yeah! You got him. Spinomatics. They're cutting loose today. We've seen some good spinning here. No doubt about it. Got him. You got him. He has got some hot birds. Why, if they get real tight while we have it. Ass kicking group here. Still not too shabby. Coming around. Here they come. Come on, guys. No, I don't. Right into the sun, but that's cool.
They come in on the best.
Oh, look at that hole. Beautiful. Real low and then short. Right there? Yeah, he just flipped and did a little bit there. He was short.
One
Yeah,
footer?
he's short right there. Okay, there he balled. He ball up. Yeah. He was going a lot deeper than that. He was going, he was going the same. He was going 10, 15 feet. Nice. Ball right up. I told Donna, if I was here another day, I'd fly.
Is it? Yeah. Oh, you won't. Yeah. Look out!
A couple of them just about hit people in the lap there. Just about caught them on the grass with those.
Hey, can I put out the collection plate?
Birds came within 5 feet of the ground for a dramatic shot. One more like that. There you go.
You have to come take it. Find out, won't you? I was too.
They know you got an audience.
Wow. Fast moving birds today. My young birds, they move quick around them. They're low like that. They really fly fast. And brother, now we got more coming up here. So that'll be real interesting. We get one big kit, boy, we're going to see something today. That's what I think he's got planned. I'm gonna keep myself on that little blue bar. He looks pretty hot today. Right there he is. Right there he is. Look at that. Wow. We're just going to try to keep rolling here. Good Lord. That's called spin for everybody at home that ain't here right now. It's some good spinning pigeons here. That's what we're all looking for, the spin. It's got about 30 up there and they're only 20 foot above the ground, but it seems to bother anybody. Back them out a little. Man, he's got some spin now. Waiting all day for this one.
No, on this one.
Craziness, folks. They're just going wild here. You don't need binoculars to see these guys. Stay with them. Stay with them. That's why we came all the way to South Carolina. We're looking for them. Must be hungry. Hungry birds. We have seen some excellent spin here. Crowd's loving it. I'm loving it. Boink. 2 bumpers. Oh well. They're coming in. These birds must be real hungry. Birds down on the roof now. God likes it. loves it. You bet. You betcha. That's why we made the trip. James Turner's loft. He's got some good birds. He's got a nice place to fly them too. Everybody's wanting to get up.
James Turner. Boy, those birds were really working. Of course, everybody's up there trying to get them from him now.
Is that it?
That all? When you gonna turn them out? Put your best kid up now, James.
No, I know the one y'all talking about. I know that stuff.
What, the dirty colored bird?
Hey, right there.
Yeah, so that's him. Oh, that sucker right there. I'm gonna tell you what, that's your boy right there.
That's mahogany. Yeah. What do you call it, mahogany?
Same thing, same gene bag.
Yeah, same thing. It's a red bar. But it goes from mahogany right here.
Can I get a picture of his wing tip? Can I get a picture of his wing tip?
Wants to get a picture, but as usual, Tony's right in front of me. Beautiful. Hot spinning bird.
He's a good bird.
He's a hot spinning guy right there.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, he's good.
When I said plum color, he goes, I know which one that is.
James Turner and his kit loss.
Probably nobody noticed her, but now she is absolutely super.
He has some smokers.
That's the best bird in the kit right there. With him.
Best bird in the kit, he says. Blue check, white flight, splash face with a mixed tail. Probably a hen. I got a bird just like that. It's pure Hardesty stuff, the one I got.
She's been cutting. She cuts.
Is that a Hardesty bird, Jim?
No, she cuts them too. That's a Warren. I mean, that's Cuba Thompson.
Thompson, okay. I've got a bird that looks remarkably like that bird.
Today?
The Hardesty line, Carl Hardesty. I've got a bird that would be a carbon copy of that pigeon.
Very nice.
But they never got high enough to do anything. They really, they just crap.
Still very impressive, though, Jim.
Bird right there. That's the balling bird.
You had some spin there, buddy.
Everybody
Probably need a little more feed. No problem. I think everybody's relatively excited here about Jim Turner's birds.
I really
Old Jim Schneider. We're working together on this video. Hey, Jim. Everybody's shaking his hand, you know. Man had some good birds. That's about all it is.
They never got it. They never done it.
And we're happy.
You better watch out. Oh, that's all right. He was working a little bit.
He did. He cut it.
He was balling up.
Even the birds are liking it. They're sitting
I feel one of these for the weight.
being hams.
They all said Eddie. Been told.
Wants a little bit of the action now, boy.
They didn't work like it was too heavy, Jack.
No, sure don't. Well, they're just conferring that we don't want them up for an hour and a half. And
What do you think, Tony?
James Turner does have some fine birds. Everybody's giving him thumbs up. The man got a standing ovation.
Good day.
That ain't bad. He would give us a little competition down in Florida, but I'm sure we could still handle him. No problem. Jim Turner's excitement is just kind of starting to die down now. The guy threw up some decent pigeons. Got that man not really worried, but
You!
there's a shot of the other. Roll it. Jim Turner's.
Best birds of the day, definitely.
We both agree, most of us agree, that some of the best birds of the day. A little low but good spin, huh, Jim?
Not enough of them here for everybody to take them home, though.
Yeah. I imagine he's flooded with requests about right now.
Yeah.
Want some birds, but
Excellent spin.
excellent spin. Yeah,
I
I'd
think
agree
we'll
with
be able to
that.
show some of that good stuff on the video stuff.
Yeah, that's what we're fixing to do. Show us a real nice video. All the birds we've seen today, but some good shots at Jim Turner's birds, of course, because they were some of the good spinning birds that we saw. Okay, Jim Turner's kit loft. It's the best kit loft I've seen. He's got box perches enough for probably 18 to 20 birds. I'd say a 2x3x3 structure, compact, wire bottoms, double doors, your basic little ventilation. So the man's got 11 kit boxes of burners, like what we just saw there. This is a real nice design here. Simple, basic, functional, can't be beat. This is, if I had to design mine again, this is what I would try with. Okay, that's great. We got another roller dancer over there helping us. Like I say, look at this. It's got 1, 2, 3. Behind those doors, you got power-packed, seriously hot spinning Birmingham rollers. This is the only empty slot. Now we're going to move over slowly here. Jim is showing us another bird.
I was looking at her. She come down. You can tell she's been working hard. Beautiful.
What is that, Jim?
That's a Dunn model.
Dunn model?
Or silver.
Beautiful bird. Look at that,
it's
folks.
a blue model.
That's a nice looking pigeon, huh? Looks like to be a hen, but a beautiful looking bird. It's got nice character in this bird. Beautiful character. That's what I look for in mine also. Nice lines, good type.
Excuse me.
A lot of good qualities in this pigeon. We could start a nice family from what he's got here.
That's it. Isn't that indigo?
No, that's a
box that we just tried.
That's mahogany. What it is that is a red bar spread, but he went on the mahogany side instead of the
How do you compare him?
silver side. Huh?
How do you compare him?
I like it. He's got home. I've got, honest to goodness, that bird, he's gonna live here. I hope.
Yeah.
That's a good bird.
Did you pick this bird right there?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, what are you going to do when a bird comes down 8 feet above the ground?
I'm gonna breed him.
Okay, and then right back up. You know.
This is a good bird.
Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's that one you had out a minute ago.
That's a quality spinner. I mean, in my opinion.
What'd you call that color-wise, Jim?
Yellow grizzle.
Yellow grizzle?
Yeah,
okay.
real light.
It's about as sharp a little bird as you can see. But
This bird's doing a lot of spinning. Yellow grizzle, nice size. Seems to be a hen.
I'm sure you've got this one, Steve, on your tape there.
Oh, okay.
She was up, and I picked her out a few times.
Yeah, Jim picked her out. She was a super spinner. And James Turner's obviously happy with her, so we're happy with her.
I wouldn't satisfied with it. I wouldn't happy at all with what they're doing.
That's a good feeling bird, yeah.
What'd you think?
This your cockbird, Rex?
Is the best
Pleased
bird.
to take
That's the best bird we've done there today, right there.
That's what.
That's going back to Texas.
That's going back to Texas.
That's nice. Yeah.
It's real nice.
He picked that
best bird of the day.
He's
the
younger
blue
than
checks.
this other bunch.
That's a young bird. That's a fall.
Boy, look at that. Blue check, bearded, white flight.
But that's the best.
I think that's a blue check.
Yes.
No question.
She balled it up.
That's what you want, your basic blue checks. Red checks, anything else works good, but
A lot of feather on them for good performance.
It's a good bird. I mean, really,
my own blue checks look like that. But
I didn't really get me turn it out.
I'd have to put them up in the air, but they're good well. This bird's going back with Rex Haas
That's his brother.
to, excuse me,
That's a 40-footer.
I'm going
Rex
back.
Haas.
Okay.
Abilene,
you get back to
Texas.
72 out here,
Beautiful stock bird.
you'll be coming on
I'd
246.
I'll be on 246.
I'd breed
Go
that
back to the
bird.
left on
Go back to
I'd
the
breed
left.
that bird.
How far down is it?
You cross the lake, go up
Nice
the
line.
hill.
Look at the character in this bird's face. Look at the character.
Oh,
of
it's
that bird.
about 2
My
miles
Lord.
to the lake,
Dude,
about a half a
that's
mile
a
up.
beautiful, healthy pigeon.
Right on. And what time are we
He
scheduled?
lives
We scheduled
long
7.
and healthy life for Rex.
James.
Give him many, many spinners.
He don't realize this is the last time he flew.
Yeah. Rex has just confirmed that he will be in the breeding loft for quite a while out of his place. Abilene, Texas.
A good roller, man.
It's a beautiful bird. Just all you can say. That's top notch.
Go back in there and let him eat something.
You bet.
Texas is a big state. He needs a lot of birds to fly out there, so take a few home with him. Checks him out pretty close as to what he wants.
You ain't got a nickel?
Only 5.
That looks a lot better. Okay, now everybody gathering up here for a group picture. And we'll get everybody in here. I'll have to get in here myself, I guess. James Turner with his camera getting some individual pictures. Rex Haas back over there. A lot of the guys here from all over the country. Joe Marlette.
Get all those ladies down here. Hey.
Walter Harder.
I'm not going to take that. Come on up here.
All right, pretty good group here. We can probably get all these guys. Excellent picture here. We're going to do an introduction in just a little while over at the banquet.
I don't like him. What's the matter with him? I said his feet's no good. Let me ask you what I can do with this. I get everybody in. Try to get them all together. Get up there, Vic.
This is James Turner. Looking at some of the finest birds we've seen all day here. And I mean, they did some good work, a little low, but you can't shame them for that. They had everything that it takes for quality birds. Great spin, good kitten ability, super velocity, nice control. And they just look like super character birds in my opinion. I'm new at this, but I'd take a few home if I was offered them. Okay, yeah, they're nice quality birds. This is what you're looking for. You get a stud like this, and you can go somewhere. I believe it's the Thompson line from Canada.
Lloyd Thompson.
Lloyd Thompson, I just been told by my friend Jim Schneider. Lloyd Thompson from Canada. And they're doing something right up there, I'll tell you what. These are some beautiful birds. Beautiful birds. Look at that kind of a red model. As you can see, this is what he believes in. Frequency control, frequency, velocity control, frequency depth. My batteries are running on empty, so I guess I'm kind of tired too. We're just going to fade on out now. Come up with here.
Well, we'll give James a little added color here for his rolling rainbow lofts. He sure did a good job with those birds. They turned out real good. Thanks a lot, James. And now on Sunday morning, first person to fly was Shane Castro. Shane's a younger member of the PFRC, and he had some good birds up there. They did real well.
His kit right away now. We're going to start out in the morning. 8:09, June 25th. Tony DeCero taking a picture of the young man. He's 11 years old, but he can show us what he's got here. A little anxious here. He's been dying for this for 4 days. Liberate his kit for everybody. So we'll just have to wait one more minute. Look at him. 8 up.
Put you in charge.
Liberating some of his birds now. One proud young man. Taking his head up there and getting him out. Shane Castro, 11-year-old son of John Castro.
Shane, your cane. Your cane. Get it up. Your bird's coming down. Put your cane out.
Hey, come on. All right. Hey. Let him go in. Oh. Hey. Shane. Number 6. All right.
Got one good individual spin so far. That's about all. Nice kidding so far. spin.
Here they go.
There you go.
Hey.
A couple of spinners.
You should start ignoring those guys.
Young man.
The way you want it.
Call that a half turn, probably. 50% going down. With him. Shane Castro. Show us what we should be learning about rollers. That single spin. Great height. Nice kid, Shane. Nice kid. Kid's got some beautiful individual birds. These are all 20 to 30 footers.
Right from that, John.
300 feet, which is a good height for flying and taking pictures. Look at that. Nice kid. Wide, but they're still good. As good as we've seen here in South Carolina. Exception of James Turner yesterday. He had better, in my opinion. He had some good stuff. Good stuff. So rolling Shane Castro. For his daddy John. The man's got some spin. It's a good time of the day though in the morning. 8 o'clock is ideal. Wide.
Next to fly was the lofts of John Castro. John put his kid up and they performed real well for the day. John letting out a kit.
Nice break up.
They're playing sales today, $3,000. No, they're not. Commission. Where are you from? Oh, you know, hey, all right. There's a competition, man. You reckon I'll ever make a comeback? You got pigeons? Oh, yes. Well, if you want weevil, worms? No. When you all that thing comes up almost all that comes up. I got it. You don't feed them anymore. No.
Good kid looking.
John Castro's kid up in the air now. Got about 25, 30 of them. Beautiful height. Beautiful height. Little spin so far. There we go. John Castro, Secretary of the Piedmont Flying Roller Club. It is flying rollers. Looking good. John Castro. Here's good boys. They say they don't fly well in the morning here, but That's what my birds do it.
How old are you, Bob?
Well,
I don't think that's your.
How'd you kick it, sir?
You ought to see I got five. I got 4 of them stacks. She had 6 stacks. I got 4 of them left. One of them, see, it ain't no.
busting out all right.
Madigan Flair, cotton, or what happened?
Nothing like wall harder if they are spinning.
They done one blue leg. Blue face? I want to see them.
What's the about those? Yes,
I give it.
and I'm sure that's what I've been doing. It's like Mr. Floyd, Mr. Simmons over there.
Yeah, those birds.
They're all about medium birds. 25 foot's the deepest I've seen. Nice. It's got some nice spin up there.
Not as fast as
Filming at high speed, so if we do get something, we'll be able to track it, retrack it, stick it in the tape. Come up to that peak, boy, they go. Kind of right up and then hang for a second and then drop. Staying right above us in a nice fashion, too. Boy, this would be nice for a nice breakup right around now. Coming down now. Coming down low.
They weigh about 35. Whatever yard.
They're fishing the land, all right.
That day on, we went along to buy some more stuff. Of course, they lived in the area while I'm looking at every day the stuff was on this side. He was over here, and he hit
The loft is right there.
And when he did, the bulldog, well, I didn't say a thing. Like to knock me down. She whirled like that and got that turkey with her mouth at the
This
neck.
looks like it's going to wrap it up for John
And
Castro.
I said, I got a little furious. I
Run
said,
down and feed him now.
kill it. And she's a female,
Say
but the name
goodbye.
was.
Look at them
I
all.
said,
They're
kill
pretty
it,
hungry.
bud.
These
And
birds
she
are
started her
broke.
shake. And I hollered, no,
Broke down. They're hungry.
kill it.
They're going in.
Tried to do something.
They're looking good, though. John
But he's
flew a
still
very,
trying to hit
very
me.
nice kid of birds. One of the
Maybe
best
that
flip
bulldog.
high speed off. John Castro, JC Lofts.
I like
Call him Johnny Love.
when she
He
ain't
likes to
full.
be called, I guess.
The next stop was at Don Simpson's loft. Don put up some good birds, but they didn't seem to work as good as they had earlier in the week when we stopped by.
We're at the home of Don Simpson, Anderson, South Carolina. Don will be the third gentleman on the list to fly this Sunday morning. Everyone is gathered and we're waiting now for Don to get his birds ready to release. Don is another one of the old timers here locally and been flying birds for a long time. Has a very a nice kit of birds, and I'm sure you're going to see some real good action here. Never fails to put up some birds that impress me. So if you'll just stay tuned, we'll get them up for you, and hopefully we'll get to see some nice spins.
Don Simpson's backyard. Got a nice backyard. All our friends and neighbors here. Swimming pool. Fixing to fly some rollers again. Don Simpson. Beautiful, beautiful. House and yard and everything. Like that.
Nice to meet you. Don, everybody's here. Yeah.
Regular lawn party here. Talking like crazy. Here we go. He's fixing to fly him now. Peeplers come right out of there. Don Simpson is fixing to let him go.
The back. He's getting ready to release his birds.
Really, we're going to see some birds, I believe. Mr. Don Simpson. Here's the first to arrive. Like they're coming out of the woods. There you go. Real nice. I had some good spinners a couple of days ago. He's got the birds. I believe these are pure pensums. That's what I was told. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's tossing a few and letting them out a few at a time.
Kid.
Don put some excellent birds up the other day. We'll see how. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right.
Get up before you do that, guys.
So you can see there's quite a bit of sun in this direction. It's glaring on the lens. Oh, okay. See if I can get a different angle on this.
Is that the little 50-11 bird? John, that cat's got him.
Take that black home. Got a blackbird up there that's doing real nice. Deep spins too. Of course I missed it. Twice already.
Right out there.
Going up to a little height.
And the half guy. I did. I was on him. When he snapped in it, I was on him. I carried him to the, when I saw Brick, I said, it's over. Yeah. I knew when I was holding him.
Get that one, get up, that down, just missed the garage.
Rollermen do the best. Stress their necks and look up to the sky. Apparently we've just seen a hawk, but the birds seem to be not that affected by it. Looks to be a Cooper to me. He just drifted over, so let's hope it don't hurt Simpson. Really put together some beautiful birds here. Very impressed with the quality of this man's spin. He's got a nice spin.
There's enough
They're
shots
splitting
been
out.
taken. Y'all be able to
He's
get
got
something
good
good
spin.
out of it.
A little wide.
Well, between all of us, get some good shots. That's what I thought about the other. No! At least 6 people going all the time, seems like.
That was a sign of approval there.
I missed that. Sorry.
We got a ripper, a burner. Here's a nice one. Short but nice. We just missed 2 75-foot spins by this blackbird. Maybe even 100-foot. He came back pretty fast. There you go. That's a nice spin, tight.
But everybody down. That's 6.
They're hanging and then they're letting go. That's great. It's a good roller. He hangs and then he tears it up. A little wide, kind of tough to film it. There, see, they kind of come up to that peak, hang for a second, and then cut her loose. Seem to enjoy it. Trying to stay with them all.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right. Opportunity here. There's another opportunity. John's bird do good, boy. He'll be tough.
Oh, yes it is. Tree bird.
No, I'm talking about
The
John's
birds
bird.
seem like they're trained to go for about 15-20 minutes. Which is your maximum performance. There, right in the lens. Woo! Woo! Bam! Good spin. Look at them hanging up like that. Look at that. Woo! Love it. Do a nice little arch and then they just come smoking down. Birds would kit. Boy, we'd have some serious birds. Nice 20-foot spin right there. That's what we're looking for.
I had the car. I had him for early breakfast.
Hanging fire. They're doing the hanging fire down here. Hanging up and letting her rip. Burning down. Kind of a South Carolina specialty. Hanging fire. About 12 birds right in front of us now. Just waiting for them to do that full turn. Right into my lens. Working with my good friend, Jim Schneider, MBRC Vice President. Super gentleman, very knowledgeable man. He's excited as I am.
Let him bloat it long enough.
For 8 years, and I've only been into it one year. Like I say, the good news is we're going to edit this and make a master copy. And hallelujah, world. Stand back, because that's going to be one dino tape. Mr. Jim will do it right for us. I know he will. That's all. Yeah, all right. They just stay right out there. Boy, we have some good footage here. Muggy. Get close to him. Some nice high top pines here too. Club secretary and his wife. Roger Baker taking a picture of somebody. And Simpson's here. Birds are pretty high. Everybody's. I just met Joe Marlette. Very nice man. Just too darn excited though. As you can see, the herd is moving toward the vehicles again. We had a great time. Mr. Don Simpson. Right there he is. Got some darn good birds. Everybody's heading out the gate, so we'll catch you in a little bit.
And our last stop was at Mr. John Sims's house. John has a very unusual backyard, has some beautiful birds. Everybody enjoyed themselves over there.
John Sims, I've just been corrected. He's kind of in a wooded area here, awful pretty, up on a little knoll in Clemson proper in the city. He just went inside, so we're going to start walking back to his backyard here. Some of the other roller guys coming in now. This is turning out to be another super duty day. John Sims, Sims Loft. A couple of kit boxes there. He's in a very nice environment. We're going to have to get back up on the hill to, looks like he's got a tropical garden in his backyard. This is quite lovely. I'm a tropical guy. I live in Florida, of course, in the winter. All the time. What am I talking about the winter? But anyway, he's got a real nice garden, flowers and so forth. It's awful nice here.
He has a pole like this. Watch this.
Just been told by my friend Jim Schneider that the guys down here prize the individual spin, so that is the answer. We haven't seen a lot of kidding per se. This man has got some good birds. They've been spinning a little, kitting pretty decent, starting off. They're kitting real nice, actually, considering what we've seen here down in South Carolina.
I don't even have my own.
In a tough area to film, but gonna give it everything we got. There's a nice rip. They'd stay right there and do what they're supposed to. We'd be real happy. John Sims. Clemson, South Carolina.
Year one was really 10.
Go to about the third page in there, put your name, address, and just put a note there about records. Then I'll remember.
Kind of a drifter off to the right there. Boy, this would be nice for a full tournament.
It gets to be a ham now. Talking to his camera. Okay.
What's the guy's first name?
You know, all the times I
Beautiful. I got that. Very nice break.
Hey guys in a bunny.
John Sims. Birds. They're staying real nice for the tree cover. Man's got some birds. Yeah, he does.
Maybe left.
That'll be all right.
Good kidding.
You guys come to my house next year.
Apparently how they fly them. They've got, this is a nice kit here, proper kit.
Yeah, you have to finish the third grade.
Got him.
The husbands are tough.
Much obliged.
Well, he has got some beautiful birds. Looking better, Steve? Yes, sir. This is what I like. This is what I like right here. Man has got some good birds, good kidding. It's very self-evident what's happening here.
The pin you want to save?
These birds are put together nice.
Throw it away, man.
So I gotta find a place to hide this.
I like it.
Oh, go sit on the console of my van or something.
Look at that. My lord. You get me twice a minute, no problem. Just conferring with some of my NBRC pals.
This one and the first one.
This is what we came to see. This type of bird anyway. And trigger bird coming right off the front.
Save it before we take it to the village.
Boy, that's the truth.
This is just how my kit works at home. I love to watch it. You peel back,
Another roll. I want this back by Christmas.
tilt, and hit.
That's fine.
Flip up, and then they spin down. I love it. Kid is a joy to watch and a joy to photograph for the video anyway.
Oh, you can't tell me. Really stay together, don't you?
This is what it's all about here. This man has pulled her out of the dumper.
You have to look at me now.
It's got frequency, depth, control, kit ability, which I love. Good kit ability. Fowler's house. I believe he's a member of the club that John's a member of. He lives out here near Clemson somewhere.
1987.
Nice wide open space the man has. Floyd Fowler. We're going to traipse back to his loft. See what Floyd's got here. Floyd Fowler's back loft, backyard area. Slowly walk in there. Got most of our club members still here. I think everybody is still just having a great time. Some of the fellows have had to go back to their houses and businesses and wives and so forth, but basically we're still rolling right along here. Though I'm full of it by now. Okay, Floyd Fowler's just liberating his birds. We got about 5 or 6 in the air. Excuse me, let's call that 10 to 12. That was a nice, pretty good spin.
Yes, those birds right there.
These South Carolina birds love their sun, brother. Sun lovers, I call them. Bango! Kind of flopped onto a tree there. Here they come again. You can see they love their music. Sounds good. Nice break up. It's got some good birds.
I done got it.
Oh, no kid.
Watch that. If it ain't too hot, that's like it's supposed to be right in there. Come on!
That's Floyd coaxing his birds.
You know this? Hey, yeah, I don't know if What is he still living in the same place?
Yeah, he built him a house.
I know, and he's got coon dogs. Yeah, a lot of them. Watch.
I didn't know you know.
Yeah, come on. Do it! That's pretty fast. Not too good. With a 1 point.
That is pretty fair, yes sir. You got the spin.
Watch that flag here. There it is. Real back. That blue-gray, look at that. Come on, blue-gray, do something.
Floyd's telling his birds what to do. You're listening to them. My God.
No, this country western hillbilly. Look at that. There she went. One nut, y'all.
We'll stay with Floyd's birds because he's got some great individual birds here. They're at a height which we can get some good slow-mos of. Not to be confused with homos. Oh!
Doing 3 or 4 times.
Young birds for us and all. Did a few short rolls and stuff that young birds normally do. A couple of them showed some good potential. Floyd's just been back in the rollers just a little while. He's still building up his loft. On Saturday evening, we had the barbecue, and the lighting was a little bit dark, so this is all a little bit dark, but we'll get to some of this stuff here in a minute, and you'll get to see the drawing and a lot of people having a good time.
Everybody, if you got any attention, I've got to get it. This is, probably all of you know, this is Tammy Womack. She's the one that probably started a lot of this. We're going to let her draw. This drawing here will be for the VCR.
You want me to read it?
If you got your ticket in on top. Okay. Pull Don's.
I'll read it all for you.
You'll read it?
Yeah.
She reads and writes. Go ahead and draw a ticket out.
As long as it said, at least you got it.
Just read.
Or red copy.
You tell who it is.
No, you tell.
My brother will do it. No, it's not. Jim Webb, Pelham Road, Greenville. I sold it though. Hey, for Jim. I sold it. Thank you. Now, we got another drawing. Got one more,
Yeah,
Dawn.
but this time you have to shut up because I got something special you don't know about.
Well, Dawn. Do I have to leave or anything?
Yeah, go outside.
Come here, Dawn.
About 2 weeks ago, hush. About 2 weeks ago, the mail came, and I got a phone call from my kids, and they said, "Mom, can we open the package?" I said, "What package?" They said, "There's a package from England. Can we open it?" And I thought, package from England? I don't know. I mean, I know people in England, but why are they what would they be sending them for what reason? And I said, "No, I don't think so. Wait till I get home." And I got home, and I opened this package, and it was from Mr. Paul Lee. And he had gone to an awful lot of trouble to make for today, this very special occasion, this clock. On it, there's a little shield, and on it reads, "Carolina Fly, June 24th and 5th, 1989. So we decided that we would have a door prize drawing and give this to someone as a memento of today. So Tammy, come here and do your thing, hon.
Do it one more time.
And it better be mine. Because I've been looking at this for 2 weeks. I know right where I'm going to put it, too.
That'd be crooked. Is it yours?
Bob Welborn.
Hey, you got the other one? That is really nice. You got the other clock.
Now, Donnie, if you want to, you can take over again there. Well, selling the raffle tickets, that we decided that we'd go ahead with a few door prizes. And the first thing we're going to be drawing for is this thermos 60-quart cooler.
Is that an electric thermos?
Yeah, uh-huh. Generator comes with it. Call Hardesty. Call Hardesty.
I know it's rigged. Trade it for clock, you can, no problem. I never won nothing before. That's what they all say. Sticking that fan, everybody's all this way. Hey, I only put 4 register things in there.
Okay, the next thing is a clock radio with an AM, FM, electronic digital clock.
I wouldn't know what time it is. I don't want to know.
That's so you can get to the flies on time. Frank Dallas.
Hey,
And the next thing we have is an electric ice cream freezer, 4 quarts.
Oh man, you ought to be good.
And we expect you to go whip some up tonight.
Yeah, we need this served at the lake.
This is for later tonight at the lake. Joe Thayer.
Yeah, I guess we'll get you on in a minute, Now
tell you what, this one here, this is a flame buster smoke alarm, and whoever gets this, I would appreciate if you would trade it with my husband for the ice cream maker, because Amy set our house on fire yesterday.
Too late now, Daddy.
Yeah, but she's still at home.
The house is gone.
Bruce Moore.
I couldn't do that.
Okay, and the next thing is a Coleman 1-gallon jug. Joyce Mize.
One more time. Picking up the five. Picking up the five.
And last but not least, we have a Coleman 2-liter jug.
Let's put a favorite coat on.
And this goes to me. Let me read that. Here's Red.
I told you, Greg.
Y'all know if nobody won unless
Put that
it's green Valerian.
That's right. This was a local contest.
Right on, I know you.
This is Bob Welborn clock. Boy, that's good looking. Good looking piece there. Oh, fantastic engraving in that wood.
Hey, everybody, listen up.
We're going to get an intro now from all the various members. There's Shane and everybody. They're going to introduce themselves. We're going to end the tape that way with all the members of the clubs and everything that's here right now. So we're going to write her off.
Are we ready?
We're already going.
All right. John Castro from Anderson, South Carolina.
Is that what we're all supposed to say?
Frank Dallas from Norton, Ohio.
Estral Bruce, Florence, Kentucky.
Hang on a second.
John Castro.
Just stand over there and
That's
hold the
Wally
microphone
Fort
as they come
from
by.
Canton Roller Club in Ohio.
That way we don't just switch the microphone on.
You got the microphone in set up there.
Anderson, South Carolina.
Linda Brady, Thomasville, North Carolina.
Toby Brady, Thomasville, North Carolina.
Ron Banks, North Jackson, Ohio.
Bob Welborn, Greenville, South Carolina.
Walt Harder, Nokomis, Florida.
Ellis McDonald, Dora, Alabama.
Jerry Bayman, Maceo, Kentucky.
Gene Louder from Lake Placid, Florida.
Jody Carden, Owensboro, Kentucky.
Floyd Fowler from Sandy Springs, South Carolina.
Bob Bollinger from North Augusta, South Carolina.
Leanne Bollinger from North Augusta, South Carolina.
Charlie Faulkner, Nashville, Indiana.
Joe Marlette, Marysville, Indiana.
Benny Hallgrave, Lexington, North Carolina. Dave Love, Monroe, North Carolina.
Bruce Barney, Lexington, North Carolina.
Debbie Fair, Easley, South Carolina.
Rex Haas, Anson, Texas.
Cindy and Alicia Haas from Anson, Texas.
Leonard Womack, Topeka, Kansas.
Beverly Womack, Topeka, Kansas.
Tony DeCero, Sellersburg, Indiana.
Vicki Turner, Greenwood, South Carolina.
James Turner, Greenwood, South Carolina. Roger O'Baker, Rosebud, Arkansas.
Fred Engel, Atlanta, Georgia.
Don Little, Dallas, Georgia.
Joe and Maureen Stuka, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Where's that, Jim?
Hey.
Joyce Baker from Rosebud, Arkansas. And thanks a million, guys. You're wonderful.
Don Simpson here in Anderson, South Carolina.
Robert Fisher, Austell, Georgia.
Carl Wyman, Easley, South Carolina.
John Sims, Clemson.
Don Jones, Centerville, Georgia.
Tony Ewan, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Butch Short, Fayetteville, North Carolina.
George Patterson, Carthage, North Carolina.
Stephen R. Wolf, Naples, Florida.
Jen Valiska, Delta, Pennsylvania.
You don't have coffee into Georgia, thank you.
George Valiska, Delta, Pennsylvania.
James Brewer, Robbins, North Carolina. Billy Simmons.
Y'all want to get another shot at my hat?
Jeez.
More?
I'm Gilly Silman from Anderson.
Oh, this
Just tell me what your name is.
My name's Bob Welborn.
Bob Welborn.
Yeah, Greenville, South
How long you been
Carolina.
flying rollers,
All
Bob?
my life.
How long is that?
66 years.
66 years.
Not quite all of that, but it's a big part of it.
Well, I got some of your birds yesterday on film, and they look real good. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And your name is?
Erskine Hickey.
I'm short on film, Don, so give it to me straight.
My name's Erskine Hickey. My sister's name's Ellie. We used to have a television on.
Get me a pair, and if I have to...
Jim's just going to cut that part out. Now tell me what your real name is.
My name's Erskine Hickey. My name's Don Jones.
Macon, Georgia.
No, Centerville.
Centerville, right down below Macon. How long you been flying rollers now?
Since 1980.
1980. Well, I've been to Don's. We didn't get him on film, but I saw his birds, and he's got some good ones. And you, sir?
Castro Bruce.
Castro Bruce. Where are you from, Estro?
Florence, Kentucky.
Florence, Kentucky. How long you been flying rollers?
Oh, about 3 years now.
About 3 years.
I'm a newcomer.
Well, good. We're glad to have you here.
We're enjoying it. I am.
Thank you. Mr. Wally Ford. How you doing, Wally? How long you been flying rollers?
A long time.
A long time. 10 years, 20, 30 years?
30, I guess.
30 years.
At least 30. And some way before that.
Are you enjoying the fly?
Oh, very much. It's been beautiful. I've never seen such hospitality anywhere.
Well, great. Thank you very much. And you, sir?
Roger Old Baker.
Roger Baker. Rosebud, Arkansas. Glad to have you here, Roger.
Glad to be here.
You enjoying the fly?
Immensely.
Tell us again, how many times you been breeding rollers?
How many times?
How many years, excuse me?
At least 50.
50 years. Well, congratulations. And you, ma'am?
She's a better half.
I'm Joyce Baker. My husband is Roger, and I've been with him 49 years. And we've had pigeons all that time, anyhow.
49 years.
Darn right.
Thank you, Miss Baker.
Frank Dallas, North. I'm having a wonderful time. I'm really enjoying myself. I've been breeding my rollers since 1945. And I also breed other breeds. I've really enjoyed this trip, and hospitality has been great.
Well, I tell you what, Frank, you've been breeding rollers longer than I've been here. But we're glad you're enjoying yourself.
Ron Banks, we're having a tremendous time down here. Everybody is really super. This club really outdid themselves, treating us great and making sure we had a place to stay and food and everything on the table. Couldn't ask for any more.
Well, that's just great. That's just great. How long you been breeding rollers, Ron?
I've only been back in rollers for about 4 years, but prior to that, probably 10 years. 10
years. Well, congratulations. Glad to have you here. John Sims here with us this morning, and John will be flying with us. I believe his position to fly this morning, Sunday, will be third. We're going to fly Shane and John Castro, and then on to Don Simpson, and then John Sims. John, how long have you been living in this area?
Well, I've been here since '59, so I came here from Kentucky in '59, been here ever since.
Yeah.
So,
how long have you been a roller enthusiast?
Well, I've had rollers for about 10 years, but I really became enthusiastic, I'd say, about 6 years ago.
And you breed a local family or one you brought down here with you? Or?
No, local.
Local?
All my birds started as gifts. Don Simpson gave me a lot of good birds. Tony Roberts gave me some good birds. Frankie Reese gave me some good birds.
And how long have you been breeding rollers total?
Well, that's not very long. 6, 7 years.
6, 7 years, yeah. And that's when you're
with these good ones,
with these birds.
And I just bred the best ones to the best ones, just what they say in the books.
Well, that's how they say to get them.
But all the birds in this part of the country are kin to each other, you know. So you can breed the Vaughn birds to the almond cock birds, which are Simpson birds, and anything in this part of the country. I think all these birds come have been interbred so much that all you have to do is breed the best ones to the best ones.
Oh, great.
You get some good ones.
John, we wanna wish you all the luck in the world this morning. Hope your birds are right on target for you, and hope they're just burning the sky up when you turn them loose.
Very chancy.
Well, we'll be pulling for you,
One
won't we?
day they do well, the next day they don't.
Well, that's the way everybody's.
So I hope that today will be a good day. So all these visitors can see what good birds we have down here.
Well, that's true. I tell you this, I think so far we've all seen some very, very excellent kits.
Good.
Everybody seems to be well pleased with
Yeah,
it.
well, I heard some of the people who've been in them for years say they were very impressed.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why we wanted everybody to come down here and see whether we had any good birds or not. You know.
That's just terrific. And again, good luck this morning on the fly, John.
Thank you.
This is Miss Stacy Womack from Kansas City, Kansas. And this is her sister. This is Tammy Womack.
Yeah, he knows you.
And this is, I didn't catch your name, Trevor? Jamie Womack. All of these pretty young ladies are from Kansas City. They're special guests to the PFRC and the NBRC here in Anderson. Y'all enjoying the flying contest?
Yeah.
Are you? Seen any good rollers?
Yeah.
Great. Y'all have a safe trip home. We hope you enjoy the rest of it, okay? Bye-bye.
Find a kit fly. There's Ellis and Rex talking about some birds that Rex brought out. Ellis is gonna put up a kit in a minute. Let's see how his birds do. Ellis has quite a bit of loft back here, but can't see very much of it from this shot. I'll get some more shots in a minute. Roll Tide lofts. Ellis' kit going up.
Miss that turn.
You say these are young birds, Ellis?
Well, this is mixed right here. I got like 6 of my old family of birds in there that blue check line. And, really, there's about 3 ages in that bunch.
Yeah.
Some of the only birds I got that's working at all is in that kit. The rest of them, yes.
They're slow flying for you, huh?
Yeah. Don't break your neck. Keeping up with them. That's so down there.
It's okay. I need to get my neck in condition for Carolina.
I got a black white fly, a black self, there's a blue bar. Where it can spin and will spin. That red bird doing the sloppy stuff, that's a jack, and it's just started. Yeah.
Donald's lofts. Some recent kit pins he's got here. Building up quite a few birds, trying to have enough to work with. Of course, we never do have enough. This is primarily a holding pen. Just building back here along with some breeder pins inside. Got a number of kit pins here, multiple kit pins. All dark lofts. He's got a fold down landing board there with a latch assembly, as you can see in the middle, that he's going to put a screw just down below it. And when you open the door, put the long part of the latch on top of the screw, and it lets the door stand out straight and acts as a landing board for the birds. Of course, he'll have bob traps inside of that too. All plywood construction. He's using box perches on the inside. I'll take a look inside of one a little bit here. walk around back here to the back and get some shots. Here at Mickey's place.
Them forward sit and watch them. Get out.
What's the way out of trap? There we go. There we go.
When I can, of course, I ain't got to fly much last week or so with all this rain. I like to sit out on the back porch in the morning and fly. Just try to fly in the evening.
What was that red?
I'll go down and show you.
Saw that open.
They're not even going in.
Pressure's so low right now. I wouldn't expect it to.
Yeah, look at that. Pretty dominant open.
I want a little red turn good.
Little red tail. This is Mickey Putman's kit, and Mickey had just moved back to the house just recently before we got there. And his birds didn't do too bad, but there were 2 thunderstorms on each side of us. And it sure did have the birds kept down, and they didn't want to go up very high, and they didn't want to do too much work that day. But a few of the birds showed off some good stuff. We really had a good time visiting with Mickey.
Look at that. Landed on top of that oven.
I went to trade day and bought me a slingshot to shoot them out and without killing them, and broke it the first day.
Broke the slingshot?
Yeah.
I pulled John Castro one time. Wasn't it just recently John wrote an article about things he'd learned and about talking about shooting some pigeon of his that was one of his best pigeons, and he shot her by accident and killed her?
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, I did the same thing with a cockbird I had with a 22. I was just going to scare him up, but I scared him down straight to the ground.
Wow. I don't mind them flying that low, as long as they ain't hitting the ground.
They need a little more height so they don't bounce off these trees and stuff around here.
Makes for some good video.
Hope you get that red one on there.
Heck, I can't find the red one through here. As far as, you know.
They're black and white.
There went one.
That's him. That's red.
It's a black and white view.
They probably are. They didn't hesitate trapping in a while ago.
That's a Simpson bird with a white in the tail, Mickey. Is that bird that Harold raised?
No. No, there's no Simpsons in this. McDonald's and Putman's and 2 half Castro.
Here are the guys here. Mickey's got the natural style of the landing perch like the English boys use. He uses his tree up there, as everybody just saw a minute ago. It's not something he prefers to do, but the birds just naturally land on it as they're coming down.
Is it pretty good? Yeah, pretty fair for a white bird. It hadn't turned the directions yet, hadn't it?
There he goes. There he goes.
Did Lavin fly his bird?
I didn't know you had the ladies with you.
They just arrived.
sell them all. Big cloud they go on. It's just swap directions.
This is another kid of pigeons over at Jim Christopher's house, which was the third place we stopped in the Birmingham area. Had a good time over there and got to visit with the guys and talk with the wives and see how they felt about the birds and everything.
These birds.
What are you flying here, Jim?
They're all Ellis McDonald crosses of one kind or another. There's a few Putman birds in there. Mostly Ellis stock from about 3 to 4 years ago.
Yeah.
We're out of some of this stock. There's not any of those that they actually got from him.
You've lost quite a few good pigeons there.
Wait, I guess everybody does too.
Where his job is he? I guess you're home early tonight, aren't you, Jim?
Yeah.
Really?
We've had a bunch here. It's rained 11 out of the last 14 days.
I sure there's about 110 degrees in the shade over there.
Giftport.
Was it Giftport?
That's hard. That's almost hard.
Yeah, that's one over Wally Fort.
Yeah, that's last year.
Last year?
I don't think you went, Jim, last year.
No, I didn't.
In the summer.
What I've heard is up to tomorrow.
Yeah, but the bird is last bird on the
Yeah. I don't know how Castro gets by with putting his birds up on flying.
Do what? Probably the best one I got. I hate to admit it.
Truth stand. Rip it off again.
I missed that.
Yeah, you did. It's a pretty decent roll. You ought to do it one more time anyway. Got right in the middle, up on the upper side.
Top, yeah. Highest bird now.
Yeah.
They always need them. Before they born.
Roll one more time there, Red.
Can't watch my daughter's rest for place.
There you go.
There you go.
Kept thinking about it.
Yeah, they've got the right wings, they're right speed and everything.
If I'm right, that red bird there is sibling of those two cockles you got.
Come on. I know you'll roll more than one.
Here we go, they fix swapping. Here we go. They shortened it up.
Short, but it was still a pretty decent roll.
And
When are the rest of them going to start doing that, Mickey?
Well, sir, I don't
When
know.
you gave them to me, you guaranteed them. Didn't you?
Yes, sir. I guarantee if you don't want them, I'll take them home with me today.
Resettle them, won't you?
Yeah, I'll resettle. I always wanted some blackbirds anyway.
You need some.
Black
There's several in there that are going to start rolling. I just hadn't flown them much. Got them late last year and kept them locked up all winter. And then just barely have started flying them. They're out of some good birds.
McDonald's trapdoor and latch assemblies. We'll show you how that hinge works for a perch holder. Pulls it out right like that. As you can see it, he's got this piece screwed in down at the bottom, and the hinge opens the door and the latch clicks right on that piece. Right like that. Works real good. Okay, thank you, Ellis. Show you the interior of one of Ellis's kit lofts here. Using a tray type feeder with the dowels on it. Got some young birds inside. Using the box purchase. How wide are your bases on those box purchases, Ellis?
4 inches.
4 inches?
I use a 1x6 partition. That keeps them from pecking and keeps them isolated.
Right. The box is what dimension?
It's 32 inches wide, 4 foot deep, and I've got 32 perches, 16 to a side.
Okay.
Well, 1 inch welded wire floor, and then the subroof is 1 inch welded wire. All right, we're looking through the release door.
And you've got the roof elevated for ventilation on top?
Yes. This is the best kit box design that I've come up with. I really like this box.
And you've got this set up as a multiple, 3 boxes together.
And I've got an identical one on the other side that also houses 3 kits. Get the.
It's Don Little. He just tossed up some of his kit birds for us. Rex Haas watching with us.
We sure didn't mean to be this late, Don, but you know how hard it is to get away from Alice McDonald?
Yeah, it's just one of them things.
You can't hardly get away from Alice.
Like I said, I ain't got no idea what we're going to see out of them today. At least they went on up to a decent height. Need to get a little bit higher. Birds up there.
Yeah, they need to clear your trees a little bit more.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt them to rise on up a little bit higher. Surprisingly enough, I don't have a whole lot. Of course, being out here in the country now, I never see come through. You know, but some of the guys that live up in town have as many hawks as I do. No, this time they're up in the mountains. It'll be early spring coming back, and early fall coming down when they pass through.
There's some depth on your birds. I do that.
Guys drive all the way from New Mexico and fly something. If it's a kite.
Well, I don't see any consolation to you, but the garden seems probably the best thing so far. You go find Glazer, he ain't never had nothing but young birds. Everybody cleans him out.
Yeah.
He had a real active kid young bird, but all there was short.
Now this bunch of birds, a lot of times I'll fly them and see, 2, 3, 4, 5 full turns out of this. And I hadn't seen them do any of that today. On a good day. They don't do that every time, but on a good day. I don't do a lot of filming on my own birds.
Like to go around and film other people?
Yeah, I like to film them. 3 pair out of this kid. I turned him loose, told him just pick him 6 birds, I said, and Robert give him 3 pair to help get him started.
Is he going to stay with it and fly with y'all?
I hope he does.
Yeah, that's all you can do is get him started and
just
hope.
Try to get him started, and
started
make
something good.
Fly.
Well, I wish somebody would have done
close
that
enough
to
together
me.
for you to film them, Marlon, Jim.
Oh.
I wish somebody would have done that for me when I got started.
he'd been waiting on us and didn't feed him. And they flew another 5 or 10 minutes and they came back down. But saw some good individual spin at Mickey's. Said that one dominant opal, I couldn't believe it was a color bird.
That's the one he got from Ellis, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think he raised it up.
He raised it himself, but it come down off the Ellis' stock. Yeah. Looks like it.
And my young birds, there'll always be 1 or 2 that'll make the breeding program. There'll always be 3 or 4 that'll make this kid. And nobody's come along yet with some birds that pop their feet. And that way, each year I try to improve my old holder.
What's that mealy badge that she loves? Is she a last year's bird or a 2-year bird? 85. How come you stock that bird? Oh, well, you have. You just got her back in the kit.
I bred her and put her back. I'm going to breed her probably again next year.
Ooh. You know, I did that one time
See,
with a hen.
This kid, now see those birds there?
Is that her right there?
No. That's spread ash red.
So, and most of my last year's birds are in them. Now they usually go this way.
Over at Robert Fisher's house. Just put his 88 kid up.
They do like change the elevation. They come over here and fly. You're getting a better view of them than we are, ain't you?
Well, I can always watch it later.
If you get some good shots, play them for Castro.
Okay.
He don't think I got it.
Black and white, yeah. Black and white picture. Like that big round. I know, that's hard to look. See what on the picture. He's going back.
Together. But now, like I say, I've got 9 up here that perform when they're performing, and they don't ain't none of those non-performers holding them together. But they usually stay in a real tight kit. I believe the red check bird that rolled down in the tree a while ago must be the one that ain't up.
I've heard better. It's probably the bank. Yeah, all me now. Yeah, I would say.
There. Ah, she was short. They're gonna come down circling trees now. He's up top.
Well, ago they started doing that. As it was
How many times did you lose in that tornado? Did you ever count?
23
On your land?
About 2 months ago, wasn't it?
bought some jacks over there. We had to jack the whole building up. Like a come along, pull the walls back.
These are Don's kit pins all inside this building. It's one of those prefab construction type buildings. He's got outside the windows some training cages for the birds. And right up on top you can see he's cut some holes for the bob traps. Got a little landing board on top of his training cage, and you can close off those bob traps from the inside. He also releases his birds out through his bob traps. He just has a popping wire. You can see the side edge of it right there. And he'll pop the bobs open and chase the birds out through the traps. Don's birds normally land up on the roof of his garage here, and fly down from there to the loft roof, and then go into the traps from there. These are two of the doors on Don's kit pins. He's got this. These are two of the doors on the right-hand side of Don's kit pen. It's got that right-hand side of the loft divided into 2 small kit pens, and left-hand side of the loft is 1 big kit pen. Door back in the back. He uses plastic trays to feed the birds on. He uses cedar litter in the bottom of the loft. Wood floors. These are some young birds here. Stores his feed in a Andy and Alicia. We're all over at Fred Engel's house. Fred's got his birds back in the back of his house, and lots of trees around here. So he's got a beautiful house. He's going to bring his birds out in a basket so he can fly them out in the
I got 3 old birds
front yard.
and 8 young ones. I fed them last night about 11:30, so I don't know if they ate last.
Fred right here.
Got blue sky on one side.
Yep, thunder on the other.
Thunder on the other. Like a what? Here.
That little baby.
Oh boy.
Hey, I'm a pet her. You're gonna pet her?
That was right. I got one there. The other 3 off. Wherever skip her. My young birds usually come in about 8, 9 months. Because I don't fly them every day.
Not as often, yeah, and that makes a difference.
Usually I fly about 7:30 at night too.
Yeah, it makes a big difference how soon they develop.
But it's important to have a schedule. My birds don't know what a schedule is. They get to fly when I get around them. They're pretty good today. I've had trouble with. Oh yeah, I've lost 7 this year. But see, even before, I mean, when they're just before they can even fly, I set them on the kit box on the roof. They goof around and put them back in for a while. That way,
that makes a big difference in where they can learn their way back or not. It has something to do with them magnetic bearings or whatever. I think the storm's moving away from it. Yeah. Crank it up.
909. That's gyrated a bunch of whites, so I was painting. I have more birds in there that can fit their heads in, so now I just keep grit in it in a record book.
Yeah.
But it's accessible from the inside, and that's what they don't spoil the grit or anything.
That's a real neat setup there.
And here in the back, where I keep the feed bucket, as well as the water container. I have a hole inside. Both sides drink out of the same container, but can't get through. No birds or anything can get to the water, and it stays pretty fresh and out of the sun.
Okay.
Plus, it kind of keeps it enclosed and looks pretty good.
Right.
It slips in there to the side.
Okay. Okay, here's the way. Fred's got his little trap. Opens up, real small trap, just 2 bobs on it. One side he's using box perches. You said this was 2 foot by 3 foot?
Yes, on each side.
Okay. Wire bottom on it. Okay, the holes in the back for ventilation. Alright, that looks real nice. Nice setup. How big are your individual perches there, Fred? About 9 by 9 or?
I think they're about a foot wide by about 9 high.
Okay.
A little bit less than a foot wide.
Okay.
On the left side is a little smaller because I had to crib them down in between the framing.
Yeah.
This side's where I keep the youngest birds, and to get them used to the area, I have this little carrying basket that I use to carry them down to the front with. During the day, give them some sunlight. I have this clips on the front here. Just hang
hangs there.
Okay.
And the front just lays down here to act as a landing platform for the birds too.
Right.
When the other kid comes in.
And just use some cup hooks on the front of your.
And I have it made. It's kind of narrow, but that way I can just leave it on there.
Right.
And I can open up and then feed them without taking the front off of it.
Work with the birds on the inside and everything else. Yeah.
And then I have a trap set up here. I leave it with no trap in it, but I have the trap with a rod. It takes about 10 seconds to put the trap on there, so when I let them out, I can trap them back in.
Right. Yeah. That looks real good. You feed your birds on a tray?
Yeah, I have a little chicken tray here.
Okay.
Put the feed in, then turn it upside down when they're done eating.
Excuse me.
Once I get home from work so late some nights, it's dark in there, so I just throw the feed in and have to leave it there all night.
Yeah.
They're hungry enough, they find it in the dark.
Okay. Okay, sometimes things aren't always what they seem. The little bird you just saw there coming down, tortoiseshell, we'll go back and check that out in just a minute here. Do a little bit of slow motion on that, see what it was really doing. Okay, here comes that bird up in slow motion. First time over? Well, not quite over. If you notice, that bird turned sideways. And if we advance it frame by frame, notice he's going sideways again. Time after time, this bird just turns over sideways to the right hand side, I'm sorry. And he never really goes over backwards. Right there, it looks like he's about ready to go over. Then he just twists to the side. We'll go back and look at this in regular motion here in a second. Okay, here's this same bird going over in regular motion. As you see, it does look a little odd, but it's going over too fast to tell what it's really doing. So we'll catch some more birds here and see if we find something else unusual.
Look at that. Oh, yeah. Get him?
Yep. Okay, the comment was made that this bird had nice style, and that was a good comment. The only catch is the fact that the bird's not very fast. If we go back and look at it in slow motion, we'll confirm the style. Okay, here comes the bird up here. Now this is the darker bird, and if we follow him, we'll see that during the first 2 or 3 flips, the bird's not as clean as he could be. He's kind of straightening himself out from where the kit's turning here. But once he gets through that, he takes and works pretty good and cleans his act up real good, makes some good clean spin. There's where he twists a little bit. Now he's going to straighten out. He's tucked in well, good strokes. And he comes out clean, right into a flying motion. No tail setting, no problems getting out of the roll. Okay, one more look at this bird. This will be it. Even though this bird, as I said, is rolling with excellent style through most of his spin, he's only rolling at a rate of about 8.5 revolutions a second, which is right on the borderline for being a good roller as far as the style being able to overcome lack of velocity. This points out the necessity of good style in a bird when he spins, because this bird does look good, even though he is relatively slow compared to a lot of the other birds we look at. There he cleans up his action. He's going through nice and clean. Good example of style versus velocity. Okay, we want to take a look at this white bird that's in the picture here. And we'll let it come up here where we want it. And there's a couple of very excellent shots of the style as this bird goes through. Very clean rolling bird, and looks pretty good. Fortunately, through slow motion, we can extend this roll out because it was a very short roll and only lasted for about a second or so. Coming up on the roll here. Okay, now we'll take it through frame by frame. There you can see the bird's starting to arch his back. The wings are coming forward, and typical stroke. The tail is still following the original path if you compare it with the bird behind it, and the bird will kind of just curl right up over the tail. Going to the next frame here. Wings are starting to come together. Bird arches over. Now you can see the bird's head actually turns sideways there, and he's actually looking towards the ground right now. Tail's pointed straight towards us, and the wings are arched a little bit over the top of the body there. Here the bird tucks back under. Kind of hard to describe this stuff. Every now and then you develop your own terminology of what's going on. Wings are still arched, pointed a little bit back towards the tail. You can see the feet sticking clean out from the body. The birds really don't keep their feet tucked into their body while they're rolling. There the feet again. Starting to extend the wings out for the next stroke. And in a white bird, it's real hard to see this. We'll look at this in standard motion here in a minute, and you'll see how difficult it is to pick this kind of styling out as the bird goes through. Whites just don't show up very well against a light sky. There's the bird, got his wings all the way forward, head going back, and he's ready to start into the next stroke. Starts pulling the wings in on the stroke. Now they're arching back towards his tail. You can see the feet stuck out to the right hand side. Looks kind of funny, really. The head off to the left there. Going on over. As you can see through each stroke, the wings are not always totally balanced as the bird goes through. Pictures get a little fuzzy in here due to the video camera moving a little bit, but we'll get him back into where he can be seen a little bit better here in just a second. There we go. It's all the same thing. Now this bird's fixing to come out of the roll here, and you can see he just comes right around, flares his wings out, tail is fully extended, and just flies right out of the roll. That's what gives you those good clean snaps when the bird comes out of the roll, is for the bird to fly out of it, not try and use the tail as a brake, not try and extend his wings and slow himself down. That was a good example there. We'll look at a couple more birds here, then we'll finish this tape up. Don put some excellent birds up the other day. We'll see how. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. Okay, now we get to check out this group of Simpson birds in the slow motion mode. See how they look. Some of them look pretty good. There's a certain degree of seeing the whole in these birds, and it all depends on what type of motion you're in. This was not filmed with really fast shutter speed, so it tends to blur the wings just like your eye does, and that has a tendency to let us see the whole as it more naturally appears. When you use fast shutter speed, it will take and clip the stroke of the wing and not let the strokes blur over and show you just how everything looks. We'll go through this for slow motion first, then we might try a few still frames and see how it looks. There's 3 or 4 birds in here that are rolling, so there'll be several to try and catch. The one on the right there, you can see every now and then it looks like the head and the tail are touching. One on the 2 on the upper left there. One bird will pull out here in a second. The bird that continues looks pretty good a few times there as he goes through. There he goes. Here's the real deep one that comes down by the tree. Okay, we'll go back and look at that in regular motion again. Okay, here comes the kid again. Now if you watch some of these birds, especially that deep one, you'll see the hole showing there. There you go. We'll go through and watch it again. Okay, one more time at regular speed so we can see what's going on with these birds. There they go. Looking pretty good. Now we'll go back and look at them, a few still frames. Okay, we'll go up into this on slow motion, and we'll still frame it and step through and look at individual birds as we go through. Alright, coming up on some of the proper scenes here. There goes the first bird over. The bird near the center and the bird in the upper right are both sweeping over. We'll step through a frame. Another bird joining them. You can see the typical C frame in most of these shots, but once again, as the film shows, a little bit of blurring of the wings and tail, just like your eye does. It takes in, a lot of times it'll tend to close up the hole, even though the tail and head, like right there in the right center, it looks as though the tail and the head are touching. The bird still is displaying just a standard C frame. Tail length probably has a lot to do with whether or not a bird is capable of showing the hole or not. Also flexibility of the neck. But the birds don't seem to get their heads very far over their backs, except possibly in extreme cases. Best bird to watch now is the one on the upper left. As you can see here, the standard film speed that was used to film this is not very good for watching wing motion, not at this distance, because of the blurring that it shows. The only thing you can really see here is the body and the tail. And if the tail had been a white tail, then you wouldn't have been able to see it very well at all. And he pulls out. Could have been a little cleaner on the pull out there. He had to flare those wings and try and break himself a little bit with his tail. Okay, we'll go on to some other birds now. I got, I think, one more bird to show you. Well, that's about it for the Piedmont and Carolina Roller Club Big Fly. I think this will finish up this tape and everybody will enjoy it quite a bit. I'd like to thank the other people who helped me with the filming for this. Jerry Bayman, Don Little, and Stephen Wolf from Florida. Steve was a big help. He did quite a bit of high-speed filming and really zoomed in on some of the birds there. He's going to have a lot of fun in the future. So everybody enjoy the tape, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.